My nan lived in a basement flat with gas lamps with a flame that went pop and a mantle that glowed, and she owned nothing but a mangle and a budgie and a worried frown and a few banknotes sewn into her coat linings and a biscuit tin full of buttons. She had nothing to give except buttons, and she gave me 7 buttons to spend. The first button went on miles, 200 of them, as my parents drove me away to a new life where nobody knew about gas lamps, a world of zips and washing machines where pop filled our ears and Nan was just a name on a birthday card. Frowns were forbidden, but there were no warm mantles, no linings of love. You can't buy books for buttons, but you can borrow them and steal knowledge. And I shared my second button until it exploded light into my mind with the pop of seed heads bursting. And the friends I shared with were sewn into my life, and together we sang songs that we knew would change the world. I mangled words into my first bad poems as I tumbled in and out of love, but soon it was time for Nan's funeral. Budgie silent, coat linings empty now, and peace in place of the frown that had squeezed all hope of joy out of her face. The third button was wrenched from my hand to pay for the certificate, the one that everyone is forced to take, the one that says you are an adult, and lies with promises that your light will shine, your coat linings will give endless gold, you will find an ever after happy. But I paid my fourth button to turn aside and buy roots, buy seeds, buy branches and a garden and a place for my children to hear wild birds with no cages, because who wants budgies and gas when there is sunlight and laughter? By now, you could get more miles for your buttons, and the fifth button was thrown into the air, and I travelled. We all travelled. We travelled to lose ourselves in canyons and find ourselves on islands and hide in the linings of our coats and pretend we weren't being gaslighted by a mangled truth. And finally, I landed and used the sixth button to buy escape and a kind of freedom in tears and solitude and loneliness and mistakes and understanding. And then, with no sudden pop, but at last a warm and glowing mantle, somehow I stumbled across what I'd been looking for. Not buttons, but biscuits, not budgies, but bluebirds, silver linings. Thank you, Nan. I found the love, the life that I think you hoped for, though for years I thought I wouldn't make it, and I have 1 button spare. So if you want it, if you think you need it, then, my friend, it's yours. Please take it.